Welcome to Matthew's Friends' new cooking channel. I'm Mo, I'm the keto cook for Matthew's Friends, and over the coming weeks I'll be showing you some recipes, giving you some hints and tips on the ketogenic diet, and I'm going to start by showing you a basic store cupboard. The first thing is oils, very important in the ketogenic diet. Vegetable oil, olive oil, groundnut oil. The vegetable oil is a good all-rounder. You can use that for anything. Likewise, olive oil. But one thing I would say, that the extra virgin is best kept as a dressing and not cooked with. Now, groundnut oil is brilliant for stir fries because it takes high temperatures very well. Likewise, the new kid on the block, which is coconut oil. My tip for coconut oil is to use it for fat bombs, muesli bars, chocolate treats, and the reason why that one is so very good for it is because it sets back. What you see in the jar, you can melt it, make what you want with it, and then it will set back and you've got a nice solid treat or dessert. Very, very useful, and the other oils don't do that, of course, they stay liquid. Now we have our fat section. Mayonnaise, brilliant. High content fat, very low carb. Essential in the ketogenic diet, as much fat as possible, keep the carb low. Butter, obviously very high in fat. Coconut cream, that's brilliant, that's high fat and very, very useful if you want to make a curry. Double cream, you can't really manage without double cream in the ketogenic diet, I don't think. It's used for so many things. Eggs have a fat content, and you'll find that you'll be using them a lot in the ketogenic diet. And my top tip is to always keep double cream in your fridge, because from making scrambled eggs through to hot chocolate, milkshakes, or just add some water and make a glass of milk, it's the thing that you can't do without. Right, so we've done our oils and fats, and now we're getting on to sweetening and flavouring. Now, of course, in the ketogenic diet, you don't use sugar. That's absolutely out. But there's some good sweeteners that at Matthew's Friends, in our starter pack, you'll get a Hermesita's liquid. Fantastically versatile. You can put it in baking, drinks, and it's very good. It's saccharine. There are others. This one I'm going to mention because it's brilliant. It's from the stevia plant, so it's natural, and you can make icing with it, and that's quite new to me at the moment, and I'm quite enjoying using it, and I'm sure you will. Then we have the Da Vinci syrups. Brilliant again for milkshakes. You can put it into other recipes, but milkshakes it's very, very useful for. So your cream and Da Vinci, brilliant milkshake. This is a sugar-free maple syrup, and it does taste like maple syrup. It's wonderful. On to some seasonings and flavourings, more in the savoury line. Mixed herbs. You can put that into egg dishes, quiches, and I find that if you put in some herbs, you don't have to add salt because it does season. Chinese 5-spice, obviously for a stir fry, curry powder for your curries, and then mixed spice and cinnamon, great for adding to muffins, Christmas puddings. Knorr stock cubes, they're brilliant, and you only need a little of them, and add it to a little water and oil and make a gravy. Very simple. Then we have the Ghee garlic puree. There's also a tomato puree, and they're both very, very low in carb, and you'll find them very useful in your savoury dishes. And my top tip for this section will have to be Navia, the icing mix, because it's great to be able to make icing. You'll find that it's been ground very, very fine, and it's almost a glacé icing finish, but when you whip it into cream or butter, it makes a fabulous buttercream. Right, now we're on to our baking section of our store cupboard, and of course wheat flour, corn flour are all very high in carbohydrates, and here we'll show you some alternatives which enables you to carry on producing cakes and bread. Now first, coconut powder. Now I say coconut powder, and I stress that because it is a finely ground coconut. Now this one is sold as coconut flour, and you can't use this as freely as this one because it's been ground so fine to form a flour. There's more carbohydrate in it. In fact, it's about 4 times as much. It's still lower than ordinary flour, so it will have its place because it's brilliant, but this is the one that has the least carb. They're both very high fat, of course. And then we have here ground almonds. Ground almonds are brilliant in baking. Again, high fat, low carb. And then on to flaxseed. This one is just a ground flaxseed, and this one is a golden flaxseed, which you will see is much lighter. And if you like your bread and cakes to be a little bit lighter in look, the texture will be the same, then that's the one that you may prefer to use. This one I find is more readily available. It's still brilliant. Now, to enable you to make cakes rise a bit, you'll need some baking powder. You can't use ordinary baking powder. Barkat is great. It's carb free, and it does the job very well. There will be others available that are carb free, but we found that Barkat is very, very good. My top tip for this section is desiccated coconut, which can be used to replace coconut powder if you've run out of it. Run it through a coffee grinder and it will land up like that. Finally, we come on to this group. These are the products that are available, and they're available on prescription through your dietitian. Liquids and powders that are very good in baking, for drinks, and they enable tube-fed children to have a complete ketogenic diet. Over the coming weeks, you'll see recipes using most of these, and you'll see how versatile they are. So here you have it. The basic store cupboard available from supermarkets, plus some products available on prescription. If you go on the Matthew's Friends website or on Facebook, we're updating all the time with new ideas, new recipes. But meanwhile, just remember, high fat, low carb is for the ketogenic diet.